Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Roman's Creative Academy. If you haven't seen us before, my name is Mike. Today, we got something special for all of you. On today's episode, we are going to be showing you guys a live phone call of what it looks like if you were to JV with us real time. We had somebody reach out, said that they had an awesome lead in Texas, and they needed help with not only negotiating the lead, but getting it through the closing and dispoing it as well. So here you're going to see me acting as the partner of my JV partner, talking with the seller, negotiating it, and then afterwards you're going to see how that phone call went and how me and my JV partner discussed what that looked like. So guys, make sure that you stick around and you watch this video, and if you want to JV with us, wait till the end.
This is Mike.
Hey, Mike, how's it going? It's Jack.
What's up, dude?
Man, nothing much. Just getting ready for this meeting.
Cool, brother. Game plan-wise, I don't have any paperwork put together or anything just because we got to talk to them about the realtor and then potentially set something else up with the realtor for us to all have a phone call.
Yeah.
So basically, this was for me to solidify everything with them, make sure they totally understand what we'd be doing, and then also talk to them about the realtor and how there's obviously different sides to it and what that would look like. If the realtor's involved, there's no way that we can give them any money down. We're going to buy it straight sub to no money down, and then we'd pay the realtor's commission. If the realtor doesn't want to be involved or they can get out of the thing, then there may be some wiggle room there. But for them to get any money down plus pay a 3% realtor commission, which is $18,000 on $586,000, that leaves us no room for an assignment fee. So
Okay.
That's the only thing we'll talk to them about. All right, man?
Gotcha.
All right, and what are their names, brother?
The person name is...
Okay, and is his wife going to be on the call as well?
No, but I'm not... Okay. I don't know. I think is a man. So, if you want, keep it, non-binary, I guess, because I don't want to offend them and say... You know.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry, man.
But, because the thing is, I'm not sure if David is a man or a woman.
Oh, I got because of I'll just say your spouse. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. You weren't sure. I got you what you're saying. All right. Cool. All right. And then the other person, we'll just say it's his wife between me and you. Is the other one? So.
Oh, I don't know if there's a actually. I just know.
Yeah, I mean, on the mortgage statement, it says both their names.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm going to see if I can have on the phone because I just don't want to have to, re-explain everything. So, this is something else, too, just to give you a heads up. If there's multiple parties involved, you should always check to see who all the owners are. You can do that by going to PropStream or something like that, or PropWire. And what you'll do is you need to make sure that if there's multiple sellers or multiple owners, that they're all on the phone with us. The reason being is that, so they're both on the deed. So when we call him, we'll just let him know, hey, we wanted to talk with you, but we also obviously know that your spouse is part of the sale as well. We'd really, if we're going to go through with this, we definitely would need to talk to as well, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, and if she has any questions, we can get them answered, just like we're answering for you. If there's ever another party involved who's a decision maker and they're not on the phone, typically the deal will blow up because the seller or whoever we're talking to is going to go and re-explain everything totally botched to the other person because they don't know it. You get what I'm saying? This is their first rodeo.
Okay.
So
100%.
just giving you a full rundown of everything that we're going to probably do today.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm always learning.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So what we'll do, and I always do this with my students too when we're calling with somebody. You're gonna call. You'll three-way them into our line. I'll be quiet for a minute. You do your thing. Open up. You obviously have some rapport with the person. And then just say, hey, just like I mentioned, my partner Mike's on the line. Mike has some questions for you. I'll be here if you need me, and then I'm going to just kind of start my thing, and we'll go from there, okay?
Yes, sir. All right, let's do it.
All right, brother.
All right, let me have it. Hey, Dave, Mike, you guys there?
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, like I was saying, this is my partner, Mike. Mike is my guy who helps me with everything. He's great at his job. He knows what he's doing, just to get some clarifications in the room. But, yeah, we did speak by text. You were interested in selling your property in Houston. Obviously, I had a couple more questions that I couldn't do over text. It's a bit uneasy sometimes, so I just want to get on the phone with you and have a thorough understanding of everything that we can do for you. Again, we might not be the buyer, but we're just giving you options that we could proceed with, right? But by any chance, do you have your spouse next to you so we could just have a whole conversation so everybody's on the same page?
I don't, but I can relay the information. That's not a big deal.
Okay. If possible, we'd like to have a call with her too, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. When we're relaying information, it doesn't get the right way. So, that's just a little thing that we have. But other than that, man, I'd like to pass it over to Mike. Mike will explain everything. He's a great guy, and, I love working with him.
Cool. Hey, Dave. Thanks for that intro, man. Hey, Dave, how's everything going, man?
It's good. How are you?
Good. I know that you were obviously, we were all talking, and I know that when you were chatting with my partner, you had said that, right now you have the house on the market over in Crystal Beach, and, you're looking to sell it, and, you're trying to just pretty much get out from under it and move on. Like my partner said, I really would like your wife to be on the phone with us. Reason being is I just don't want to have a bunch of phone tag conversations, or, she may have questions that you have too, or she may have different questions that you don't have. And if we can all get them answered together, it would just make everything that much smoother and quicker. Is there typically a time when you guys are together, or maybe we can even patch her in on a phone call? Even now,
yeah,
that's fine.
No, well, I wish you would have told me that you needed her here. That I could have probably arranged that, but no, she's a teacher and a coach. She's at a volleyball game right now, so she's not going to be available at the moment.
Okay.
So I guess are we not clear to just kind of run through this real quick? And if we need to jump on another call, that's fine. But
yeah, absolutely. So why don't we do this? Let's kind of go over the basics of everything, and then when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, if it's okay with you, then maybe we can all hop on a phone call together. But at least if you can get an idea on what we'd be looking to do, and if we can help you, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
So tell me just a little bit about what's going on, brother. I know that you said that, you had it as an Airbnb. It's a beautiful home, by the way. Kind of tell me why you'd be looking to get rid of this.
Yeah, so honestly, we bought it as an Airbnb, and then for us, life has just gotten pretty busy, right? And so we have a 6-month-old, we have a 4-year-old. I travel now for work a ton, and so it was one of those. It was just difficult for us to self-manage it, and we weren't marketing like we should have and all of that. So first year it did pretty well. The second year it's done all right. It's just become more, the benefit for us hasn't really been there for it. And so looking to move on for it. I know the market is much different now than it was when I bought it. And so I understand that. And so I would just, mainly for me, I would like to just get out, move on from it and, look to, spend my money elsewhere, my resource elsewhere. So that's the main thing. And so, like I said, it's a short-term rental. It's set up that way. I'm looking to sell it fully furnished. We've had great reviews and all of that when it's there. So it's right there. It's not first row on the beach. It's like probably like right out second row, if you will. But it has a great view of the water from the deck. So I mean, and it's like probably about a 30-second walk to the beach. So the guests have really enjoyed that aspect of it.
Yeah, I did an aerial view, and I was showing my wife, and she was like, Jesus. She was like, all right, I think we got to get another house now. So I guess in terms of Airbnb revenue, do you have a figure of what I know at Airbnb it's fluctuating, so it's not like a normal
Yeah.
rental where every month we have we're making $8,000, right? It's in the hot months it's probably more, and in the slow months it's probably less. Do you have like an idea on what your profit would look like, or like what you're netting, just so I have an idea, even in the bad year, right? The one that you said you do as well.
Yeah, it's honestly, in the good months we do about like in the hot months. So that's really kind of starting in March through like end of August, right? Now this year we got impacted with a hurricane that really shut us down in July onward, but house wasn't damaged or anything, so that's the good part. But it'll do around 450 on weeknights and about 550 to 600 on weekends, and then holiday weekends we get better rates and stuff like that. And so if I look back and I remember right, we were doing around like 11, 12 in the on-season months, and then the off-season months it kind of varied, right? Like in Christmas time, those months, and then you would have your really slow months, which would be like a February, or like right when school went back in, or right in the really cold months and stuff like that. And so I can go back and like look at the numbers, but I think the first year, and we didn't have it on there that entire first year, I think I did somewhere around 50 to 55 revenue on it, and that was like May through the end of the year. And then this year's been on and off, right? I went with the management company, and they weren't the best fit with it. So right now I don't even have it listed. I'm trying to sell it. So I just didn't want to mess with having it, people in it on the weekends when I'm trying to show it, from that aspect. So so I and the other piece too is, we only did Airbnb, right? So VRBO, and some of the others we didn't do. We tried getting onto some of those consolidation platforms, and honestly, we didn't put the resources into it like we should have. I'll say that. I mean, nobody else to blame but ourselves. But
hey, man, family first, right? Business is business, but family first. So it's all good, man. I mean, I'm really confident today that we can at least work something out. Like I said, when we get to that point, we'll talk everything over with you and just so everybody feels comfortable. And you there?
What's that?
Oh, I thought I lost you. I apologize.
Oh, no, I'm here. Yeah.
Cool. So I guess right now, brother, I know that you have it on the market with a realtor. How has that been going? Have you had offers? Is it slow? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's been pretty slow, right? It's not the greatest point of the year to sell a beach house. Right, with school starting and stuff like that. I know we're priced aggressively, just kind of looking at the market comps and things like that. I think the house is worth somewhere around the 640 range, and then we have it fully furnished, so that's worth something right there. So I owe right now $584, something like that, on the house, and so I'm quite frankly looking just to get out from underneath it. That's my main thing on that. So I understand that I'll be passing on some of that equity to the new buyer, but it just kind of is what it is at that point. So nothing imminent for sure with this realtor, and I do have a contract that I can get out from this realtor at any point too. So if we were to move on, then I don't have any obligations there.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say this, David. Look, I never like to cut anybody out of anything. Everybody deserves their fair share. But because you have a house that's over we're talking close to $600,000 house, even a 3% commission is $18,000. So if there's a way we can save some money there for everybody, that was going to be one of my questions to you. Do you have a contract, and would you be open to, if we did agree, just working together to save some cash? And you answered that. So as long as that's cool with you, if we come to an agreement and the realtor isn't going to be upset about it, that would be awesome.
No, and he knows. Yeah, he knows kind of the situation that I'm in, and so he's cool. Like I said, if I got to float him a little bit of cash as a hey, thank you, then I'll do that. That's not a big deal.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, and even we can always talk about to help something out with that too. In terms of how we buy, brother, just to give you an idea, I know that it's a gorgeous house, but we are going to buy it as is. We're not going to be doing any inspections or things like that. And if we have anybody come over during the period of time before we close. It's just going to be for knowledge purposes. Maybe a couple things we got to do. We do pay all the closing costs for you, so we'll pay your side and ours, all the attorney fees, everything. And there's no realtors involved with us, so that's why I was wondering if there was a way for you to get out. We can save you on the commission because there won't be any if you work with us. So the sale would be 100% free to you. Now, I know that you owe $587, right around there, $586, $587, somewhere in there, right? And I know that you said that you'd be looking to just get out from under it. You know, if I know that my partner brought this up to you, but if we were to do something where we pay all the closing costs, we'll buy it as it sits, and we'll try and close as fast as we can, would you be open to doing some seller financing? And what that would look like is we'll buy the house for what you owe, we'll pay all the costs of the sale, and then after we go to closing, so we do everything with an attorney to make sure you're safe and that everything will be kosher. Once we close, right, we're responsible for the taxes, the insurance, the maintenance, repairs, everything. The ownership of the home would transfer over. The mortgage would stay in your name, and we would just take over the payments on your behalf.
Yeah, you're just going to do a subject to, right?
I have never had a seller say that. Yes, that is exactly right.
Yeah. No, understood. So yeah, I'm interested in it. So I have another Airbnb property that I have in Galveston as well. So I'm in the middle of doing a subject to on that one property too. So not scared of it. Understand the process. Understands the process. That's kind of what I was wondering. Like when you were, she's aware of it. She understands what it is. So
cool.
We're cool with that. If it makes sense. We've had a couple people interested, kind of poke around on this property before, but they were from, like far East Coast North California or something like that. And so it just wasn't a fit for him. But yeah, if that's how we want to structure this, totally cool. Nothing scares me there.
Awesome. Yeah, I just bought a property in Lamarck not too long ago. I think it was like 2-3 months ago, which is 30 minutes north of Galveston. So I'm very familiar. In terms of this, man, I know me and my partner, we've already talked, like, we're ready to give you a gentleman's handshake and say, let's get this thing done. There's obviously a few steps we still need to take legally, right? I like to do everything by the book because I don't want you to get in trouble, us to get in trouble. Technically, the order of operations would be you have to talk with your realtor, at least get some sort of cancellation in writing, even if it's not off the MLS just yet. And then in the meantime, me and my partner will put the paperwork together, and then you and on another phone call at that point, go through the paperwork. I know that you already know what it looks like in terms of the subject to the paperwork and stuff, but just we like to go through it with you just to make sure everybody does it maybe a little bit different. And then from there, man, once you guys okay it, we'll just get it off to the title company and we'll start our process.
That works for me.
Other than that, brother, I guess I'm really just looking at, giving you my word, we're good to go. I know you probably have a bunch of other people reaching out to you, like you already mentioned. I just kind of want to say, hey, look, I'll stick my hand out, shake your hand, give each other my word, or give you my word. As long as you're going to give me yours and say, hey, we're good.
Hey, I'll do that. I'm very much a man of my word, and so if you can tell me you've already done your research, you're not going to come back to me and tell me, oh, there's an issue here or here. And you're good with the property, you're good with the price. Yeah, I'll shake my hand. I'll pull it off the market, and we can say we can go on our way. I won't entertain any more calls or anything like that. If you can give me your word on that, I'll give you my word on the other side.
100% in, brother. We've already talked. We actually had a phone call last night. Me and my partner, we were chatting for about an hour, and we dove into everything, and everything checks out for us. It's kind of a no-brainer, and as long as that's why we wanted to just have this phone call with you today, just touch base. Make sure we at least solidified anything and answered any questions you had. And then from there, man, we're good to go. So we already made that decision.
Perfect. And then just from an offers perspective, are y'all just going to assume it, no cash to me at close, just kind of assume it right there, or what would that look like?
Yeah, so typically when we're doing, when we're buying the house subject to and we're paying all the closing costs and everything, typically we are buying with no money down.
Okay. That works for me. Yeah, that's totally fine. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll talk to tonight, and I probably won't be able to get a hold of my realtor today, but I can call him first thing tomorrow morning and just kind of give him a heads up of like, hey, look, I'm just going to tell them I got a cash offer direct, and just need to cancel the contract. So
Awesome, man. Okay, perfect, brother. In terms of your schedule, because she's on the deed, she's going to have to sign. It just make it easier if we can all sit down together. What is a good time? And I'm assuming it's probably going to be tomorrow evening that you guys may be free to go over the paperwork if you can talk with your realtor by then.
yeah, that should be fine. I'll have to get back with you on an exact time, but probably late afternoon like this would work out. We're actually popping over. She's on her fall break, quote unquote, so they have a few days off from school. So we're going to go to a little resort, but we can hop on a call probably late afternoon if that works.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I have a meeting from 6:45 to 8, so I can probably do sometime around 6, or we could probably do somewhere like 5:36, somewhere around there.
Are you Central Time or are you somewhere else?
Oh, correct. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. We are just over the border into Eastern, so we would have to be. It would be 6 your time, so it would be 5 my time. So if you could do 6 your time, that would be perfect.
Wait, you're east of me, you said? So wouldn't it be 4 my time, 5 your time?
Yeah, I mean, if you can do 5 our time, 4 yours, that's perfect. If you need to push it back, I can always do that too. That's no problem.
All right, well, let me talk to we'll figure that out, but
Cool, man.
that should work. We can probably make that work.
Cool. If anything changes, man, we can just text back and forth and figure out something else that works. But in the meantime, I know we already have your mortgage statement and everything, so I'll put all the paperwork together. We'll have it ready to go. Do you mind just texting us your email, and would that be possible?
Yep.
Just so we'd be able to send you the paperwork?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that right now.
Awesome. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it, and have a great evening, okay?
Yeah, you too, man. I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Very much.
All right, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Man, that was a great call. That was a great call. You just had me smiling, giggling.
Hey, man, we've been doing it for a few years, so we do this every day. So there's one thing that I want you to take note of is I said we buy with no money down, right? And like very matter of fact and confident. That's just how it is. That's what we do. And as if there's no other option. Boom. Okay, no problem.
Wow.
That's good. Right? Got it.
Like, I'm not even joking. This reminded me of the sales pitch when the Wolf of Wall Street was talking to the guy about the stock. I'm telling you right now, that's how it happened for me.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, brother. Potentially, we're sitting on like a $30,000 assignment fee. So we both are probably going to walk away with about $15,000 off of this one. That's what we're looking at. So just giving you a heads up, brother. If you have any more, I'm always game. I love this stuff. I enjoy it, and I actually really enjoyed being able to teach you and show you what we're doing. So
yes, sir. I got more, man. I got more.
Let's do this. Let's lock this one in tomorrow.
Okay.
I know you're basically helping me with the coordination with the seller and everything. If you can just try and communicate with him and like lock it in, say, hey, tomorrow at 4 CST, 5 CST, that would be perfect, right? And then just always make sure, so I'm going to give you one piece of advice. I want you to do that now and as a confirmation text, and then first thing in the morning, just say, hey, just confirming you're still good for 4 p.m. CST, and then an hour before, reconfirm with them, right?
Okay.
If you do that, they won't ghost you. It's the key, all right?
Gotcha. So 4 p.m. tomorrow, we're locked in. I'm going to say thank you very much for the call. Hope we could perform. Wait, what do I hope we could perform? Hope we could get this done.
Just say, thanks for the call. We're really looking forward to getting this done as if it's already completed, right?
Okay.
We're really psychology. We're really looking forward to getting this thing done with you tomorrow. Keep us posted if you have any questions. If not, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 4. Right? Is that as if there's no option, and then it's as if it's already done? There's no doubt, right?
Okay, gotcha.
All right?
All right. Yes, sir.
All right.
Sir.
Great job, brother. I'm excited.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Of course, brother. You got this.
All right. You have a good one, man. All right.
You too, man. We'll talk tomorrow. All right, brother.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
As promised, guys, you waited to the end. We hope that you enjoyed that video just as much as I know I enjoyed actually taking that phone call. If anybody wants to JV with us, do a deal with us, needs help at any part of the stage in your deal, make sure to reach out to us, right? And in the description below is a link, and it's a form to fill out if you would like to JV with us. If you don't want to fill out the form, you can always inbox me on Instagram. It's Roman with Mike, or on Facebook, Mike Scarpa.